And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guest. She's a producer and the answer to the question, who is that strange woman over there snuggling your dog? It's Renee Colvert. Tone Zone is here, and unlike the Eaton fire raging nearby, he's only 25% contained. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the love bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen, Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her the good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison Rosen, Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little loaded tater tots. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon by Liz Crow. And yes, I am on Patreon. All sorts of stuff there. You can get the Friend Zone. That's my Patreon bonus podcast. You can get my daily text, which people are pretty excited about, and more. And you, as you listen, you will notice a lack of ads. There, but normally I would be segueing. As the queen of segues, guys, my throne is become dusty because I am just directly asking you to support me on Patreon. It's how this show is continuing. So patreon.com/Allison Rosen is where you go for that. And if you do an annual subscription, you get 2 months free.
Start the year right.
Yes.
By supporting me on Patreon.
You're buying a whole year.
Yes. Do an annual subscription. Thank you, Daniel. That's not all. I am also on Substack. And people fucking love it, guys. I'm a bestseller there, which, thank you. There's a special little badge.
Oh, she is such a queen.
There's a special little badge I have. Thank you for letting everyone know that lest they thought it was about me, that it was about Taylor Swift.
No, I have to make sure it's clear. That was about Taylor.
Can I hear it again?
Play the accurate one.
Ugh, my wife.
Sorry, too easy.
Oh, she is such a queen.
But that's what I am on some. And look, I've got a bestseller badge. I have access to special bestseller office hours. I mean, They roll out the red carpet for my words that come from my pen, and by pen I mean my fingertips. And I've been writing about the experience of being on the Adam Carolla show, and you guys, I've been spilling the tea, and you need to get in that. AllisonRosen.substack.com. Okay, I'd like to say hello and welcome to my guests. Renee, hello, hi.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here always.
Daniel, hi.
Hi. I'm feeling okay about being here.
Okay.
Well, that's, it gives us a lot of room to improve. I mean, there's space to go up from here.
Exactly.
This feels good. Feels promising.
We need an arc.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you.
I'm
We'll check in at the end.
invested.
Yes.
Tony, hi.
Hi, here's this.
Tiny little loads.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Talking about doing tiny loads of laundry.
Oh, nice.
As one does.
Yeah.
All right. So last week, I shared the sad story of my mom dying.
What?
And did you not know? Have you just thought that I just think
This is how you were going to tell me?
Did you think I was just like being a little hormonal?
Yeah, I was like, what's up with this bitch?
Yeah.
Look, smile much? Ugh, my wife.
Anyway, I do not intend for this episode. That one got away from me in that it was supposed to just be like, here's what's been going on. Let's move into later stuff. And then, man, what a drag that episode was. I'm just kidding. It was just I just told the whole story. So I do not intend to make this one particularly sad. But who knows? The night is young. But I wanted to share a story, which is the day after my mom died.
Yes.
Well, no, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Owen wanted a fish tank for Christmas.
Yes.
Were we talking about that when you were here last, Renee?
Don't think so.
Okay,
I think that this is the first
he wanted
I'm hearing of it.
a fish tank. My dad always had fish tanks, so there was like a sweet in that sense. But I don't know if you know this. if you decide to get a fish tank, there's 1,000 tiny decisions, all of which seem to take on a lot of importance.
Sure.
And it is a whole thing. We just wanted to get him a fish, and I thought I'll just get him a fish in a bowl, like we used to do. You can't. PETA will find you if you do that. Fish do not have a good life in a bowl. They need, even one fish needs a tank, and it needs a filter, and it needs a heater, and it needs a this and a that, and it needs like a small SpongeBob SquarePants figurine, and maybe a scuba diver where bubbles come out. I don't know. It needs the works if you want it to have a happy life. So what started as like, we'll get him a fish in a bowl, turned into, we'll get a tank. Mm-hmm. And you can't just put fish in a tank right away. You have to cycle the water. The smaller the tank, the more precarious it is, actually, because if something goes south with the water quality, then you're screwed, versus a bigger tank is more forgiving. So I was deep in the fish tank world. I was asking everyone. I was trying to just cram. It's sort of like, and this is I feel not necessarily a relatable reference, and yet I'm going to make it anyway. Well, wait, everyone here has been married.
Yeah.
So it is, okay.
Absolutely.
When you're shopping for wedding rings,
I'm still in my first marriage.
I don't know how this was for you guys, Renee and Tony, but who you're not married to each other, just in case of the first episode for anyone. Did you have that experience where you're like, I know so much about diamonds right now, and I know that it's going to fall out of my head in like 6 hours or 6 days, but right now it is necessary to know the 4Ks or the 3Ks or whatever it is, and like you just find yourself so immersed in this world where you're never going to refer to it.
You become an expert for a moment, and then it's gone.
Right.
I didn't have it with wedding rings, but I just got a new car.
Oh yeah. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I was going to fish until you said it, so I'm glad we got that quickly.
I didn't know.
I had and I say this with all the love in my heart, piece of shit Honda Fit 2008. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, girl, you gotta let me die. You gotta let me go, please. To the point where I was having to. We're in Southern California, and I was having to like start the car like I did in Colorado for 5 minutes before I could drive her to like let her warm up in the morning.
Wow.
Which is normal when it's freezing, but less when it's 60. And she was just like, "I'm so cold, just let me die." But that kind of research, and then you go to Reddit, and then you go to and then because you don't want to be had, and you don't want to make a stupid decision.
And if you just read, if you just do one more search, you will find the answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Back in the old days, you just looked in a catalog, or you talked to some human.
Right.
Now,
oh my God. It's the searching.
In Orange County, there was a pet store called Russo's Pets. Yeah. And then there was the feed barn. The feed barn was for like big bags of pellets or seeds. Russo's was for everything else. You just went to Russo's and you bought a fish, and that was it.
Yeah.
You could also buy it was a pet store, you know, dogs, cats, hamsters, all of it was there. So now there's so many resources, and they're all conflicting. What kind of car did you get?
I will. I also feel like the listeners are going to want to hear Tony's ring story.
Yeah.
So
it's bare. There's
okay.
It was her grandmother's ring, so I didn't have to do any of that.
Did you research the shit out of her grandma?
He was a grandma expert for like a few days.
And then because you also get like little, just like, well, if the tariffs happen, and then you got to buy a car in December, and so everyone's gonna be like, Renee, why would you? But I love the aesthetic. If a car can look like a potato, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah,
Wait,
go ahead and see. Okay, what car did I get that looks like a potato?
Car.
I mean, there's certain cars we've seen, like sporty BMWs that we think look like running shoes.
There you go.
Okay, a potato car is kind of a mini Cooper,
a little bit,
but I feel like that's not what a Subaru.
Could I give you? I'll give you the. It's a Buick.
Oh, I don't know any.
So
Buicks.
It's not a Cybertruck.
I know. Is that yours? I know. And everybody was like, Cybertruck's potatoes. You can't tell the difference. But no, I got a Buick Encore. And then I was shocked. But if I want to personalize, she's blue. If I want to get a personalized license plate, I can get
potato. Renee's potato.
Well,
Renee's Tater. Renee's Tater.
Yes. So I was going to do MBLUT8R. My blue tater.
Oh my God, I was pretty close.
You were so close.
Nays Tater.
So close. Nays Tater might be better. Either way, if you see a
My blue Tater.
Buick driving down the street that says
That's
my
great.
blue, what? Nobody will know what it means, but you will. You'll know.
We'll know it's you.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what this car looks like.
Buick.
Oh, it's cute.
She's a little cutie pie.
Yeah.
But I got to say, going from a car that was made in
I don't know if that's a
2008 to going
potato.
to a car that was made in the 2020s
Yeah.
is, my God, you're
Not
in
even
a
really
robot.
needing a key
It's
anymore.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane. She let me know that I'd left my key in the car.
Mm-hmm.
She let me know that there was shit in the back seat. I was like, what is happening?
Wait, they let you know if there's stuff in the back seat?
Yeah. If she just like, once you stop the car, she's like, hey, and just real quick, you do have groceries back there.
Oh, wow.
I think that's basically.
we don't have 2020 cars. We only have 20.
17.
There you go.
No.
Isn't the
No, it's
SUV
20. We have a 2013 and a 2014.
Oh, really?
got
Oh, your
each.
mom's was a 2017.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe? I don't know.
But also like haggling your own car. This sweet, sweet car dealer. Chat GPT and I had decided here's how you haggle. And then I took
Oh,
to
that's
him,
smart.
to Jonathan. I was like, Jonathan, Chat has said the first thing I'm to ask you. And then I just like made him look at what Chat was.
Who's Jonathan? Is he, also
he
a
was my
bot?
car dealer. Yeah. Yes.
Was he annoyed with you?
Oh yeah. Oh my
Did
God.
you
I
literally
cannot-
tell him you
Yes.
asked ChatGPT?
Yeah. I was like, here's the thing. I don't have
that's-
anybody here, but I've got Chat.
That's so smart.
And so we've got to
That's
work
so
together.
Like,
Yeah.
What's the word? I don't. The word's not coming.
Yes.
But it's a thing where you. Oh, this is a fun game.
Oh, yeah.
A thing where you're like drawing someone in and maybe disarming.
Oh, I like that.
Disarming
we're
and
part of
inviting.
the team.
Yeah.
Engaging in a way that's
Engage-
like,
it's so
Jonathan, you
engaging.
and I together are going to get the best deal on this.
Did you get a good deal?
Yeah.
That's
Well, it's
amazing.
because they want to get rid of the cars. And Buick's not known for being like, this is the one everybody wants. So like 0% financing. They knocked off 5,000 out of the gate. It was nice.
What did ChatGPT tell you to do?
Yeah. So that first off is that get it in December. Get the best deal, negotiate, get everything free you can possibly get free. So like the oil changes, the floor mats,
Right.
stuff like that. They're gonna have some sort of like extra like, oh, but the car comes with this, so you just got to pay it, and be like, but I didn't want that on the car, so you don't have to pay whatever that's called, the after sales tax thing. You don't have to do that. That the manufacturer has a warranty, so you don't
have
need
to get
the dealership
insurance.
warranty.
Yes. Remember how
Yeah.
that guy wanted to it seemed like he might kill me because I told him I didn't want the warranty at Lexus. We think he was a psychopath.
Yeah.
And he had framed pictures of apex predators in his
He was
office.
psycho, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, I didn't really feel as menaced as Daniel did, but he was really shocked that I didn't want their warranty.
Exactly. And they're like, well, you don't know because
But also, sorry, I'm
No,
to cut in,
please,
but it's
please.
like I've sat in this dealership now for 3 hours
Yes.
where everyone's telling me what a great car this is, and now I'm across the hall and some guy is explaining how every single thing in the car might fail and I need insurance. Like, this is bad timing on your part.
Right.
it's exactly that. Yeah. And then the trade-in for the Honda Fit, because they should not have paid me what they paid me for that sweet girl. But yeah, Chat's
Good, nice.
really helpful.
Yeah, I'm realizing I should have asked ChatGPT my fish tank question.
Oh yeah.
I totally should have.
I'm telling you,
Can
it's
we
dangerous.
Go back to my blue Tater,
please. Yes.
because I'm working this. I'm trying to see what they might think it is. How?
Okay.
But what I wrote is 8 characters. So MBL
Yeah.
Tater.
MBLU
Okay.
T the
T-
number 8 R.
Oh,
Did we get there? How's that look to you? My blue tater.
my blue Tater. I think Daniel, would you, if you were behind this,
I'm so bad at these.
what would you think
I
it
sent
is?
it to my brother, and he was like, "I don't know what that is."
I mean, I would probably end up saying it, but I would not believe that that's what you meant.
Well, hold on, because
Tony, you?
I already typed it out here.
Okay.
And was,
Okay.
Yeah,
How's
I
it
don't.
looking to you?
It's hard to say. No, going in knowing it already. I feel
would-
like I would get there. Maybe
okay.
at least the tater part.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think the blue part maybe would go over my. I can't stop staring at it now.
I would see MB. And I
I know,
would think
I'd
it's
be
something to do with MB.
It's
like
and then I'd be
Milton
like, wait, no, it's
Bradley.
blue.
Right.
Yeah, or like
Yeah. And
Masters
then,
of Business.
Blu-ray.
Good.
BLU.
Okay. Well, no. I mean, I think this is
Tate. I would say Tate for sure, and then I would Tate R. Oh, Tater.
Tater. Okay, we got her. We got
See,
her.
you're spreading fun in traffic.
Thank you.
I would.
Thank you. Okay.
So
Thank you for approving this and not being like, Renee, you cannot get that license plate. Shocked to see it was available. Can you believe that?
You gotta jump on this.
score.
And I did panic a little bit because you can't get a personalized license plate until you get the actual license plate, and that takes a little bit. And there was panic. I was like, well, I hope they get it to me quick.
Have you had a vanity plate before?
Never. No. I know.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Exciting.
Wait, have you had vanity?
No,
Okay.
I never have.
What would you guys get?
I'd get like
My blue tater. Shit! Oh fuck!
I get
Guys, damn it!
I get SQL69Y.
Is that what it is? Is that yours?
No, it isn't. I don't know. That's the thing about a personalized plate. I can't.
I've never thought of one.
Yeah. Never have I either. And I think my general stance on it is stupid, but something happened where I was
Well,
just like,
but if you
I
make
worked
it
so
silly,
You're
hard.
need to have blue
inspired.
tape.
Yeah.
if you make it silly, then
Yeah.
you know.
Then maybe you're having a good time with
I
it.
have shared this before, but I must share it again. It is from Empty Nest.
Yes.
With the guy who played, you know the story I'm telling, right? David Izuzu. What was his actual name? Charlie Leisure or
David
something?
Leisure.
Yes,
yeah.
David Leisure. He played, what was the name of his character? Sorry, I'm going to make you read.
I'll have to
He
look
was
back.
their like obnoxious neighbor who, what was his relationship? Had he been in the Navy? He had a relationship to the sea or
I
something.
have no idea.
And
He had a relationship to the sea.
he liked the water. Yeah. Oh God, what was
He's
his
married
name?
to the sea.
Charlie Dietz.
Was his name?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But anyway, so he gets a license plate frame.
Right.
Not license plate frame, a personalized license plate.
Okay.
And he's showing them, and they're like, Clover. And he's like, no, it's Sea Lover. I was like,
I'm having a
Clover.
great
What's
time
the
with
big
that.
deal? Yeah. It's like, Sea Lover. Another time in real life, and I'm sure I told this story when I told the Empty Nest story last time, I saw THC Lover. And the license plate frame says, I love the sea. But I was like, I think you're trying to pull a fast one on the DMV, right? THC
Yeah.
Lover?
Yeah.
There's no way they weren't. So anyway, okay.
Did you know you can't put 69 in a personalized license plate? That's the first rule they give you.
Really?
First
I know.
rule.
I know.
You should ask them why, just to see what they say.
I forget what the message was, but someone did something you're not supposed to, but they did it backwards. And if you were looking through the mirror,
Oh,
you
that's
could see
clever.
it. But that's only when you have a front license plate that would work.
Fair.
So-
Right.
Okay. Well, you spring for
Was it
that,
about
obviously.
69?
No, it wasn't 69, but it was like,
Boobs.
Calculator.
Yeah, it was just
boobs is upside down, right?
Yeah.
Although it doesn't have to be.
True.
That's what's always made
Yeah,
me
'cause
laugh
it's
about that.
80085.
Yeah. So
But
like,
does the-
just make it a 2
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
Do kids still do this? Do they still
no,
have
but it wasn't
calculator
boobs.
fun?
It was boobless. It was like a story you told like this, and then she ends up, and then you
Right.
turn it around.
oh,
and
I don't think I
Wow.
ever got that version.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
That's the.
Do you know there's an invisible Barbie joke? Oh my God. This is like, it's the kind of thing where I thought this will be like a little bit off color. And then I just realized that it's totally off color. So you say to someone, this is an invisible Barbie. And now I don't know why they have to close their eyes,
Okay.
but they do. And then you're like, okay, point to where so I'm holding up my hands like this, like
Okay.
point to where you think her head would be.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to actually do it right now.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
you
I
can do it.
really am
You can do
aggressively
it.
participating. Yes. My eyes were squinted close.
No, you can do it. You can do that though. I'm just letting you know I'm not
Okay.
going to actually
Their eyes are closed
Do the
and they're
whole thing.
pointing
Okay.
to where
point to where you think her feet would be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, point to where you think her pussy would be, and then you lick their finger.
Oh.
This was like,
That's good stuff.
this was the kind of, and that's why I said I'm
Yes.
not going to actually,
Not gonna do it.
jump
Yeah,
across
yeah,
the table
yeah.
and lick
Yeah,
your
yeah.
finger, Renee.
Yeah.
I don't know that you could tell that joke, or I don't know that it was that entertaining back in the day, but I also don't know that you could even tell that joke now. You'd just be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I never told it. I only touched her invisible wet pussy.
Also, it does seem
Gross.
for the joke teller, because now you just got someone's finger in your mouth.
Yeah, joke's on you.
Yeah.
You just
Right.
lick my finger.
Let me go ahead and tell you where that's been.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of upset that it ever happened, but I feel like it happened twice. I feel like it was like,
Yeah.
do you know the Invisible
They done
Barbie? And I
got you
made the
twice.
mistake of having forgotten what it was.
Right.
Anyway,
How could you forget a gem like that?
I know. Also, does this person understand that vaginas don't lick you, really?
Right.
Sounds like no.
Like
Right.
the vagina tongue.
Right.
So anyway, get the fish tank. And
Oh yeah.
we go in a week later to have the water tested, as was the plan. And I know, right. We went in the day after my mom died.
Get to the point.
We got the fish tank on Christmas.
Right.
And went in. Owen wanted 3 catfish. The whole point was we were going to get a beta fish. We
Yeah.
want 3 catfish instead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, my brain is going in a lot of directions. The water's not ready.
Okay.
But they say we can get 2 catfish. He thinks that we'll be okay with too many fish.
Yeah.
It's like too much food and too much poop. And it'll just
Okay.
The water becomes toxic.
or something like just over, the water becomes too much of this or that.
Makes sense.
He thinks we'll be fine with 2 fish, and we have to we get a different heater and blah blah blah. So anyway, we have 2 catfish.
Yes.
Owen has named them Burp and Fart.
Genius.
They are
Genius.
They have brought so much joy in the midst of grief.
Yeah.
They are a little bright light, 2 little bright lights. Daniel even said, "I like having a fish tank."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about having like a water feature. You
Wait,
know what I
if
mean?
we
The
had
little
gotten-
burbling,
Yeah.
the little
Yes.
Wait, are you suggesting that if we had gotten like
a fountain?
a small office Zen water fountain, that would be just as
No,
good?
it's the light and the fish and the I don't know. Like I'm thinking, I mean, as long as you're doing all the work, it's great. Of course, all the really fun fish are all saltwater fish. So
There's some still pretty
That's
fun.
true. Well, but you're just working your way up
Yeah.
to it.
There's some fun freshwater. Owen just doesn't want them. He only wants these 2 catfish.
Yes.
He only. Because I'm like, when we test the water again, we can probably get other fish. No.
Made such a good joke when we were talking. I was like, well, you can't get 3 fish because there's nothing else no other air gets excreted from your body. And Allison's like, well, there's queef, but he didn't know that. So
Yeah.
we got to keep it at 2 for quite
Right.
some time.
So here's the thing, though. Tomorrow, they have Monday share at school.
Yes.
And I know that Owen is going to want to share about his catfish.
Yeah.
And he's going to share their names.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a problem?
No.
burp and fart, I think,
Hilarious.
are fine to say. In
I don't
class.
feel like fart is a thing they say a lot. I mean, it's fine. It's not like he's saying like, burp.
It'll
and,
get
and
some
fuckhead.
some
but-
hearty giggles out of the kids. I don't think that the teachers are going to be upset about it.
Okay.
That's funny.
Plus, they know his grandma died, so they're going to give him a
Yeah.
a wide
pass.
berth. Yeah.
That's right. He got mild trouble for saying frickin' in class, which I think
He's
is so
been
funny.
saying frickin' all the time. He didn't realize it was. I don't
doesn't
think
understand-
it's a dirty word.
It's not.
Well,
I refuse to think it's a dirty word, but
it's weird when a 5-year-old is saying this frickin' homework, and you're just
I'm
like,
tired of hearing this frickin' nonsense. Is
Yeah,
the thing he said.
it's a
Stop
little bit-
telling me this frickin' nonsense.
That's very funny.
it's hard to explain to him why it's not appropriate to say the word that is the substitute for the bad word.
I think it is. If he said "oh fudge," would that be a problem?
I think that it's like one of those things where it's like you're not going to get in trouble for it, but they might ask you to not say it. Like it's like it's not a bad word, but it's bad word adjacent.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I see what you're saying.
but they did say something, but he didn't
Wait,
get
what
in
did
trouble.
they say? Who said what? I don't know about that.
I don't know because it came up like you want to hear something funny that happened. Like
Oh, I
I
don't
said
see.
this, yeah, and they told me not to say it. I think.
Oh.
I don't know. It's hard when he tells stories to know what the fuck is happening.
To know what the frick is
right,
happening.
right. I'm really sitting with it that I think it's the when you say "oh fudge," it's like something went wrong, and then the frickin' is just like I'm just giving this sentence a
This
little
frickin',
sparkle.
yeah.
Yes.
So it might be the you could have said
But none of us say frickin'.
no.
Your mother does.
Oh,
Oh, she does.
Mm-hmm.
there we go.
A lot of things trace back to my mom.
You do.
Well, me, Elliot got in this he got real roasty after Christmas.
No,
Like,
he
was-
literally was asking ChatGPT for roasts.
But he was
Hilarious.
he was just real and salty and just
Your teeth are so yellow, the sun
you're
is
ugly
jealous.
and you're stupid and you're dumb, and it was kind of getting a little bit okay.
Yeah.
And Allison's mom had just died, so we wasn't really in the mood. And I was just like, it was like so unrelenting. At a certain point, I was just like, okay, Elliot, we don't talk to each other this way in this house. This is not, like you can trash talk while you're playing games. It's fine. But like, it was like unrelenting. Right. And my mom later was like, yeah, it's kind of my fault. I was like kind of encouraging him and it got a little out of control.
What were they doing? Like, were they
Like we were in the hospital and they're just
hardcore
insulting
gaming
each other.
beers?
Like it's
Hysterical.
like it's an Eminem rap battle,
So
Like,
funny.
it's
Oh
like-
my God, I
it's
love
like
your
fucking
mom
8 Mile in our house.
so much. I love your mom so much. Hysterical.
I really need to know, like, what did that
Yeah.
look like when she was
I don't
encouraging
fucking know.
him?
I don't know.
I think I overheard a little bit of it though, and they were giggling and saying horrendous
Funny.
things to each other.
But you remember babysitting for like by hour 8, you're like, you guys want to roast the shit out of each other?
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
we should probably do
Want
that?
to run with
Yeah.
scissors and just eat straight sugar? Do you want to dip butter in sugar?
My mom's great, but a little bit she does. She's like, because I remember her saying, like, the great thing about being a grandmother is you can just feed them ice cream all day. And I'm like, what? Is that the philosophy we're going with?
Still, it has been so because it's probably the 14th time I've said this. The plan was she was going to come out while I recover from my surgery,
Right.
And so it has been so nice to just know that we could go like attend to my mom in the hospital, and
We're really lucky.
and even now I feel like I'm still not fully here to, like, obviously I'm trying to mother as much as I can, but my brain is sort of elsewhere. So it's so nice that she's here.
Yeah.
Was she
been-
supposed to be here this long? Or
Yes.
Did she extend
Yeah,
it?
she was
that's
planning
great.
to stay for 13 days after
Because Allison's going to have surgery.
January.
That's right.
Yeah,
right,
13
right.
days after
That's
my
right.
surgery. And, we had done some pre-recording and stuff too, Tony. So it's been, everyone plan a surgery, get your shit in order.
Yeah.
And then cancel the surgery.
Cancel it. And then you're like, woo, I have a vacation.
Yeah.
Not only that, stuff that I couldn't do. Because there's like, I got invited to a birthday party. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go or not. But there's stuff that I was like, oh, I won't be able to do this. My new Invisalign's coming in. You were going to have to go pick it up. I mean, I'm back, guys.
Yeah.
I can get my Invisalign. I can go to the party. Guests that I had pushed to the end of the month, I can bring them back now if I want.
This is great.
That's right. It's all coming up, Rosen. How was so you know about our Christmas? I'm wondering how your Christmas was.
Yes. You want to go? But the trick is that I'm trying to do this thing where I always tell the truth now. So I'm like, it was lonely and bad, but that's fine. That's how
I
it's
like
supposed
the
to be.
truth. Were you by yourself?
I was chosen, like I chose to. And last year I did all the Christmassy stuff by myself, and I felt so just like I don't know.
I think I remember that.
Yes, taking myself to all the stuff and that. But this year it wasn't hitting. It wasn't. It got in. It got in.
the
a
vibe
little
Have you
bit.
tried watching The Holiday?
Yes, right. Exactly. That'll get you there. But it felt more sad. It felt more, oh, there's a weird middle-aged lady trying to make this not seem sad.
Did you do the stuff alone this year too?
I went to the grocery store and there was one happy family and I was just like, no, that's and then it got in a little bit and I was like, uh-oh. So the tree was down by 9 a.m. on Christmas morning because I was like, we're down.
Wow.
And then it just turned into this like really weird, like productive way. Poor Tugboat's just like, I thought we were going to get rocks. I'm like, we're breaking the yard. So I manically cleaned the whole time. And then to the point, I'm real big on this. Like, you got to feel the feelings when they come up because I didn't. I squished them down. And then like the last 3 days have just been like, oh, that was hard. But if you don't deal with it in the moment, then it comes and gets you later.
Yes,
if you
it
deal with it in
does.
the moment, then I would have been fine.
Yeah.
I should have just had a sad, cry day, but I didn't. And now I gotta fucking mope around in 2025.
Just be grateful you don't have, and not that I did.
A dead mom?
No. yeah.
Dude, there's
Dude,
that.
as I was going off, I was just like, Renee, what are you doing?
No.
What are
Please
you doing?
don't. Please. We're
Jesus
all.
Christ.
I love the honesty because everyone pretending that they're happy is a drag.
It's tough.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that, it's like, oh, you're going to go, it's family, but it's like for a lot of people on Christmas Day, yeah, they may have family.
Yeah.
It's a horribly dysfunctional family and you're miserable.
Yeah.
You know, like my growing up, we'd always go to my step family's house,
Right.
and that was a fucking hated memories.
Yeah.
Just I wish I could eternal sunshine them out of my fucking head.
What was it like?
Just the worst people,
Yeah.
and just everyone's miserable, and lots of like angry, cantankerous rants and
Political?
tension, and the best you could hope for is that they always have the football game on. The best you could hope for is that you could just so focus on that game and no one bothers you until it's time to go.
No.
Like just watch the football game until it's time to go.
Yeah.
Was the food good?
Nah,
That makes it worse.
no,
Yeah.
no. It was miserable. For me, it was miserable. I would have rather been home and played with my toys
Right.
alone. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, you know, the good thing is you don't have to deal with that.
Yes. 1,000%. And then that was what was coming up. I was just like, it wouldn't be better if I were home right now.
Yeah.
There's just I don't know. There's something when the humans get isolated, they get weird. So it had that effect on it. Not that day, but then this past week has just been like a slow
Oh no.
dessert into like, oh, I think I might be sad.
That feeling of like,
Yes.
I am depressed and I understand the meaning of the word because I feel I can't
Yes.
sit up straight and I feel like there's a weight on me. I totally get
Totally. I think it's probably since 2016, right? Has just been like, I knew what depression was in 2015. I could recognize it, but I think we've just all been made to deal with so much, so fast, so frequently that I'm just like, I don't know if I'm okay. I probably not, but I don't know. Yeah. So weird. Yeah. But I feel great now. So
Good.
thank you.
And thank you for your honesty. I like that. Because I have thought of you as a liar, kind of.
Thank-
So,
I knew it.
You know,
I knew it.
was
I knew
like,
it.
Oh,
I
here
knew it.
comes Renee with her tall tales again.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Tone Zone, what about you?
It was nice. I feel bad. I should have. We had a few friends over on Christmas Eve. I should have invited Renee.
You were the
next
sweetest.
year.
Absolutely. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we December in general is very busy. We like to do a lot of Christmassy things, but yeah, it was just Flo and I. Yeah, we had friends over Christmas Eve, and then the next morning, just kind of did our thing, just the two of us, opened gifts, and I've carried on a family tradition that my family, for some reason, there's this sausage and eggs casserole thing
that
that
sounds
my
good.
family
Nice.
makes every
Yum.
year, and so like that's like become a thing. Like, all right, we're gonna make that, and yeah, we just kind of hung out very low key, and but it was nice. Yeah, and then we also, just hot tip for next year. I know it came up on the show recently, a couple days after Christmas. Not usually when I will go look at lights, but we didn't have anything to do, so we went to the zoo.
We have been wondering about that.
It's surprisingly good.
Zoo lights.
The zoo
what they
lights are
called.
surprisingly
Sounds
good.
great.
What?
Yeah.
Real good.
Where are the lights?
Just like throughout the zoo.
They
Like there's
set
like
up-
a path kind of that you go on, and yeah, it's. I was trying to figure out sometimes, like, wait, what? Because you'd see like signs for animals and stuff sometimes. The only one that I noticed that was sort of weird was there were like these flamingo lights literally in the thing where the flamingos are.
Wait, do they move the animals? Are the lights where
I
the
don't
animals
know.
were?
That's what I'm saying. I think the flamingo is the only one I noticed where it was like, oh, that's actually in
Yeah.
that spot. I think it's just kind of near. Most
Okay.
of them are just
And do they
near.
set? Is it lights in the shape of animals?
A lot of them are.
Okay.
But there's
I
there's
see.
other
So-
things as well.
Got
But there's a lot of like light up animals and trees and all that stuff.
Was
But
there-
it's
What
surprisingly
about like the
good.
gorillas and stuff? Were there lights there? Did the gorillas
lights on the gorillas?
yeah, did the gorillas have like lights in their enclosure?
Yeah, and they had a dance routine.
Well, because I mean, gorillas are famously not Christian.
Thank you.
So I feel like that would
Yeah,
What are they?
Well,
They have their own faith. They believe in the great gorilla man.
But I will say, Flo felt the same way. I think it's better than Descanso.
So get
Yes.
this, Tony. Maybe
Yes.
I've already said this. I don't know. We didn't do Enchanted this year.
We were going to, and I had threw my back out that day, and so we
Oh,
didn't
no.
go.
oh,
How'd you do that?
I have no idea. I literally woke up and it was some of the most extreme pain I've ever felt.
Oh my God.
Flo literally had to help me get out of bed, and
Oh,
I almost
no.
couldn't even do that.
Tone Zone.
Thankfully, it like went away after like a day.
We got to
But
get
it
you
was
that red
extreme.
light.
Awful.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Yeah.
It's just. I wonder if is this a drumming related? You don't know.
No, I really haven't played
Probably
much
just like
lately.
pinched a nerve
Yeah.
or something.
It
maybe.
literally,
Slept
like, I was
weird.
fine going to bed and then woke up and could barely...
You should maybe just have it looked at, though. I mean, who knows?
Want me
It's
to look
like,
at
could
it?
be-
Yeah,
I made
I'll
the
take my shirt off.
I made the mistake of sitting on the floor twice recently, so I feel your pain. Oh my god, it shouldn't hurt that much to sit on the floor. And also, how do little kids do it all the time?
Oh, I think that when I see jumping.
yeah.
Like, jumping is the worst.
Owen,
How are your knees not just powder right
last
now?
night,
Yeah.
Owen fell asleep in his. So the kids are in booster seats now, which is
in the car.
yes, in the car. So it's not a full on car seat. It just makes them a little higher. There are some booster seats that have backs on them, which hold their heads in a certain position, but we don't have those. We have just the ones where they can flop over to the side, which is not the most safe. But anyway, he fell asleep just like the most uncomfortable looking position with his head kind of against the door, bent over, and his legs out. And I mean, I would be in traction if I fell asleep. I wouldn't be able to fall asleep like that. And I was thinking, kids are rubber. He'll be fine
Truly.
in the morning.
Yep.
And he was snoring, and it sounded like a quack.
Yeah, he was like, we've never heard him make this sound. Yeah, it was
Oh
the
my God, that's
funniest
perfect.
sound. It's like,
The best. Oh boy, yeah. Put him in that position every night. I need.
yeah.
I need him to quack himself to sleep. That's adorable.
Do you think the sound was because the air was
Well, he
in
had a
some
stuffy
challenged-
nose, and
yeah.
I think he was in a weird position.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. No disconso for me this year for Christmas.
Yeah, I think the Christmas one's a little underwhelming.
I think once you've been to it
Yeah.
5 years in a row, like we have, you've really seen it.
Yeah.
We were choosing between Christmas and Halloween this year, and we did.
I think the Halloween one's
Halloween's
better.
better.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just too
The
expensive.
problem with the
to
Christmas
do
one
both.
is it's not Christmas.
No, it's
the
just
Halloween
lights.
is Halloween.
Yeah.
The Christmas one is like
It's just,
just
a bunch of
lights.
It's cool, but
Yeah.
it's
Just lights. I went this morning and the power's out. And I giggled my ass off. I was like, God, I hope they still have the show tonight.
You went to
Just-
this concert this morning?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then nice to just stroll around. But how funny it would be if just like, your tickets are still valid.
But there is no
Lights
show.
are out. But get on in here and enjoy the holiday bliss of darkness. And I would be like, that's right.
Is
That
it pretty
my
empty in
Christmas.
the morning?
It's so nice. Yeah. Yeah. It's the best.
We
I
haven't
love
been in a
Disconso.
while. Me too.
Yeah.
We have not been.
Get in there.
We gotta get on over there.
Yeah.
The first time we went to Enchanted, I was very, very pregnant, and Daniel was Snapchatting the whole thing.
I think that was like the only time I ever Snapchatted. Really,
It's great.
Yeah.
That's what Snapchat's for, though. That kind of pretty stuff.
Yeah,
And I was
dequants on the
that
snappy.
is, wasn't that is that where that was from? I spent the whole night with Daniel on his phone.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, is this what it's like being with me most of the time?
No, you're less engaged.
Because it was awful. It was miserable, and I didn't enjoy it. I felt like you at Christmas. I felt alone.
Yes.
I was like,
yes.
you're more engaged with your phone. But I know that I do this.
I wasn't engaged with my phone. I was engaged with my fans.
Dequants on the snappy. I get
That's
it.
funny.
But now you have this text thing, and I'll be talking to you, and you'll be
Texting
ignoring
my
me,
patroons.
texting your patroons. So,
But I say, hang on. I say, give me just a minute.
no, you do not.
I don't?
I would say 10% of the time you'll say, hang on. Most of the time I will have to notice that you haven't been listening to me, and I'll go, oh, okay, I'll wait.
Don't we all agree
Yes.
that it's good to get consent before you talk to someone?
Oh, yeah.
The problem with living with
hey.
someone is they're there,
Right.
you see them, and then you'll turn, and then you'll think of something, you'll start talking because you're like, they're there. I'm going to talk
But
to
they're
them.
not there.
Yeah.
They're not there.
Not there.
No. So yeah, that's the
And
problem.
then also, all of us do this, the thing of like, no, I'm fully listening.
Yeah, of course.
And then sometimes you are, even though your face is in your phone, and sometimes you absolutely aren't.
Right. Because you don't know what's going to catch your attention.
You don't.
Yeah. I was on a boring article, but now I'm on a real good one. Now I'm trying to do connections, but I'm listening.
I have found maybe this is just like one of the blessings of the election cycle being over. I don't really have an appetite for news or politics anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that has made my social media diet change. I don't really want. I am on Blue Sky and Twitter, but I'm not as like. I don't know. Like I don't care as much, so I'm not on as much. And Instagram, even just not. I have really not been doing like TikTok, but mostly because my TikTok algorithm is a clusterfuck and it's fun.
I haven't really been on TikTok very much anymore. I would like to know what your algorithm has been feeding you, Daniel.
Yeah.
But first,
This week on TikTok, also known as twat.
yeah, what are we getting in
Well,
in the last
lately-
days of TikTok?
Oh my god! Like lately, the big thing the last couple days was this woman tweet or TikTok to this video of her surprising her boyfriend at a New Year's party. So the boyfriend is like facing the camera and she comes up from the side and she's like, and his expression and reaction to her is like, clearly he was going to have a great night without her.
Oh, no.
And his whole night was ruined.
Oh, no.
And he's just like, oh.
Hey.
And then he's like, you. And then he like pushes her instead of hugs her. And so like
weird.
everybody is like, oh man, girl, he hates you.
Yeah.
You know, like da da da. And
I'm
then
getting intense deja vu. There was another thing like this some years ago where like it was clear the guy was like probably cheating on her when she walked in.
Yeah, but then I don't know. So that's like for
The
some
comment section of those is so good though, because it's a lot of like girls surprising their boyfriends in college, right?
Yes.
And then all of them are like, "Girl, run! You get on
Yeah.
that plane! You get out of there!"
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
You're surprising me with this though. I'm not remembering. Like TikTok will
Okay.
wash over me a little bit, but let's see what else. Oh, there's this gal I follow who's just a delight, and she's like she does this thing where she's like the outfit of the day, but she puts it together, and it's the most insane shit you've ever. But she's amazing. She's like New Year's. What was it for New Year's? It was House MD. She's like, of course, for New Year's, it's House MD. And it's like, she
That's
had
so
these little
funny.
houses with like Hugh Laurie in like behind
Hilarious.
the house. And then she would like put them all over her outfit.
Hilarious.
And she'll do these crazy outfits
I
like
love
this,
it.
where it's just like all this insane shit. And then she'll just like go out like that.
Genius.
And she does these videos in her bathroom where she has glued computer keyboards to the walls. Like, total insane shit.
Yeah.
Is she knowingly insane or is she just
I
a
think
little
she's
bit insane?
extremely like eccentric and fun. She seems like someone you'd
She's having
get
fun
a
with
kick out
herself.
I feel like you love her.
I wish you were a little bit crazier.
Everyone's
no.
picking up on that, right? Yeah.
Let's see.
Kind of.
I follow this guy who goes around to supermarkets going poo poo spray. He has this really low voice. He goes,
But he is.
Poo poo spray. Poo poo spray. That's all he does.
But he is legit crazy, right?
Hard to say. He you never know how much these things are an act
Yeah.
Yeah,
or how much
yeah.
of it. Oh, or he'll go Jojo Siwa poo poo spray.
What's fun for you about following this?
Yeah.
The
I
satisfied look on your face. I don't understand what's happening.
love how just totally fucking random everything is that follows everything else on my TikTok. I mean, you just cannot predict what the next fucking thing is going to be.
Oh,
It's
like drop roulette. When Tony
Ooh,
does
right.
drop roulette, yeah.
yeah. I guess I like that I've trained it to not be too predictable.
That's great. I don't know many people that do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people they'll get into little pockets.
Yeah,
But
no, mine's
you're
just
keeping yours random.
after the horror of shedding reptiles, which
Yes.
was for a while. It was
Yeah.
like, you like this and you like people
Yes.
cooking weird meats
Yep.
that you can't identify and you like watching them feed snakes. Like, I don't like any of this.
No.
Yeah, and
But
it's
I do have
no
to scroll
news.
back. What was that meat in the kitchen? I mean, I guess I was training it the wrong way, but like, I kept going back. Like, I hate this
Yeah.
so much. But now it's this beauty and sometimes like medical, not gross medical, but like, you know, a nurse or someone who works in a hospital, like talking about their life.
Oh, and I get a lot of people playing horror video games, which for some reason I enjoy watching people play horror video games.
Tough. You're tough. You're a tough cookie.
No, I could
couldn't do
never
that. It
do
was
it.
so
I can.
scary.
That's why I watch other
So
people play
scary.
it
Nope.
because I can't. I'm too much of a puss.
I
to play
barely
it
made it
myself.
through Only Murders in the Building. Had to stop several times.
Really?
I know.
Was
Did
it
it
too
actually
scary
get
for
scary?
you?
It's too spooky. I don't
How
know.
far are you? We had never made it through the second season, even though we like this show.
Yeah, I only watched the first season, and I liked it, but I just I haven't been like I gotta put that on.
It's super weird how some, like, the opposite of that for me, let's say, is morning show, where I'm like, I can't wait for the next episode. It's like a confection. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But then Only Murders in the Building, really good show that I'm never in the mood to watch.
Yep.
Yeah,
Same. It took me so long to get in, and then something happened. But I think the last season came out like 6 months ago. I just got around to it. Here's what works for me is like just watch Martin Short's acting.
I love
just
him.
do that. God, he's so good. He's so good, and he's got a love interest. This happened in season 3 with Meryl Streep. And to like watch him get serious and romantic, I'm just like, this guy, it's just, there's no end to his talent.
Are they dating in real life?
God, I wish I hope
that's
so.
what I've heard,
I
but
feel-
I don't know if
yeah.
that's actually true or not.
Is she not married?
Apparently not. I feel like the whatever rumors we're hearing would be different if she were.
Would give for that to be true. Tony, tell the internet I want that to be true.
Oh, and by the way, did you ever find Shivery from a week ago?
Yes, I did, but now it's gone.
Well, Tony
It
looks
was
at
like a mock. It is a noisy mock serenade to a newly married couple.
Oh, sorry. Checking your TikTok.
That is pretty much what I thought it was. Great. Okay, now let's look up Meryl Streep and Martin Short.
Yes, please. Do we think TikTok's going to get banned?
Ooh,
I think it is.
Yeah.
you do.
I think
I don't know.
the way I get addicted to it, the way I'm like, I'm just going to check for a little bit, and then 3 hours later, I'm
Yeah.
like, God fucking damn it. A little bit, I hate it, but a tiny bit, I'm like, yeah, I think maybe we should take this away from us.
I'm fine with it going.
Yeah.
You know why? Because like I do not have a ton of followers and I make no money on it.
But I get that.
So,
even
goodbye.
people on TikTok who have a lot of followers seem to be resigned
Yeah.
to it. Like I'm not
Yes.
seeing a lot of outrage.
Yeah.
about it.
I tell you what, though, I am very excited to go back into social media and be like, I had 4 million followers on TikTok, and I'm just trying to get them back,
Yes,
you guys. I'm
yes.
just trying to get
Why
them
don't
back.
we should definitely say that? It didn't even occur to me.
Right,
No,
yeah.
are you have a come and go relationship with
Totally.
social media? Where are you now?
Was on it. Here's what I've noticed is that it happens when I'm lonely and need attention. I won't ask for anyone I know in real life. I'll make strangers pay attention to me
Yes.
because I was on TikTok for 22 hours during the Christmas debacle recently. And then I come to and I get attention somewhere else. I'm like, oh, that's fine. I don't need it.
Another.
but I feel like you like shut your account down repeatedly.
Yes, it's the addiction thing. This is so cheesy and so dumb. But if Tugboat wants to play, and I'm like, stop. If he gets a
Oh, that's
stop,
a
I
good-
delete it immediately.
That's a really good. I could use a dose of that. I mean, not the animals, although it is difficult because they always want me to pet them with my right hand. And I'm like, I'm trying to type a caption.
Exactly. You can come to the left side. You know
Yeah.
you can.
But I certainly don't put my phone down for my kids, which I really should. But they need you constantly.
Well,
It's
yeah,
nonstop.
Yeah, and dogs don't.
Right.
So I think it's that. And your kids are going to live forever. Yeah, Tugboat's
willing.
8 now. So I think there's an element of
I
like.
remember when
Yeah.
you got him, he was just a pup.
baby.
Go, those dogs.
But it's it's the, this is making me be shitty to other people.
Yes.
I'll just quit.
I am like drinking in your words, Renee. That's because I have a phone addiction problem.
Yes.
I just don't deal with it like
there you go.
do.
I have
That is such good advice.
Many friends who are like, I'm a reader now. They got on Kindle
That's-
because you can't take away, because I need the addiction. I
Right.
need the distraction, but start reading books.
That's
Yes.
actually where this is going for me, which
Yeah.
is like with the lack of my interest in social media.
Yeah.
I've decided I want to read more books
Yes.
this year, and
Yep.
so I went to the bookstore, and I was like, "There's a Barnes and Noble in
Yeah.
Burbank." I'm like, "They still
Wait,
exist?
what? Where is it? You
Yeah,
made
It's
it already-
downtown."
It's by the mall.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh
it
my
in
god,
the
there's
mall?
still a Barnes and Noble," and it was like. If you are losing faith in humanity,
Yeah.
because everybody is a fucking jerk everywhere, go
Get
to a
yourself to
bookstore.
Barnes and Noble.
Because
Yeah.
at a bookstore, everybody's very polite.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, "Excuse me." Like,
Yep.
It's like everyone is very considerate of each other. And then we have this amazing like used bookstore here, and I went there, and it was
Can I
just
tell
like,
you my issue with Barnes and Noble? Because
Please.
I was so
Let's hear it.
surprised there's still a Barnes and Noble, and then I
There's one at
remembered.
the Americana also.
Yeah.
I remembered a year ago
at
we
brand.
The Americana at brand.
we went to. Did we go to the one at Americana at Brand, or did we go to the Grove?
We have gone to that one, and we've gone to both.
Okay, we were in it, and every book I was like, maybe I'll get this. Let me just check and see how much it is on Amazon. I'm like, sorry, Barnes and Noble, you're $9 more for this book.
No, but don't you
I
go
know.
because to browsing.
Oh.
True.
You get to just like, oh, what's this? And you discover it. Like that's what you lose with the internet.
Did
which
you
is,
just
like,
say you
discovery.
go to browsing?
Yes, yes, that's what I said. This is why I need read more. You discover things do.
Yeah.
Do you remember going and just parking in front of the magazines for a
Yes.
while?
But here's the
That was
thing.
my Friday night. Yeah.
The magazine sections are slightly different though now. Like they
Magazines
still
are
have
different
just as
now.
many, but they're all like specialized or these like special edition magazines that are $15. Like, look, it's Prince Harry. Is there a Prince Harry?
Yeah.
And you know,
Remember, you want him to be your friend. You tweeted for him and Meghan
Instagram.
Markle to
they posted something about their
out with
kid,
you.
and I invited them over for a play date.
Good for you.
They didn't-
Yes.
they never got in touch.
They're only 2
They
hours
didn't see
away.
it. They just didn't see it. Okay.
Kind of.
Well,
And now you're
Kind of
saying,
jerks.
is
Kind of
there a
jerks.
Prince
you know
Harry?
what? Harry and Meghan, kind of jerks.
Yeah.
They didn't get back to me.
Said it here first.
What did you
Thank
say?
you.
Well, I'm just saying you wanted to be friends with them, and now you're wondering if there is a Prince Harry?
You know, these things they wash over.
I know.
The celebrity stuff.
Oh my God!
What?
You also bought Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream because Prince Harry said it was the best cream.
No, he said that the smell reminded him of his mother, who always wore it. The world's princess.
Thank you.
And you wanted to smell what Princess Diana smelled
No,
like?
it was like supposedly this great thing to have for burns and stuff, and I thought,
right.
I could use something like that, and I looked it up. It wasn't too expensive, so I got it.
There you go.
Never had reason to use it since. It's just sitting there.
I mean,
one
knock
day.
on wood, you don't burn yourself very often.
But when you do get burned,
You
you're
want to
gonna
smell
want
like
it.
Princess Di.
And
You're
gonna
gonna
smell
want.
like Princess Di.
Have you smelled it before? Do you like the smell?
It doesn't smell that good. No.
No, how about that?
Nope.
Elizabeth Arden, I don't think is known for scents.
Anyway,
You were influenced. But no,
go to bookstores.
He's
my
very
friends who are just have never, ever, ever been readers, all of them are like, I got a Kindle. I'm reading.
I can't do the Kindle.
Because
I'm
people
just like-
can't do the politics. but
I
yes.
I think I can. I never have been able to do Kindle in the past.
Fair.
But
They
I
now
think I'm
have
going to
a-
switch to it.
I
think
got
I could now.
I got one because I thought I'm going to be Kindle guy.
Yeah.
Like a couple years ago, and I brought it with us to somewhere, and it won't connect to the type of Wi-Fi that everybody has now. It's fucking useless. Like I can't
I haven't
download
tried that.
anything to it, and it's
Okay.
like,
That's frustrating.
who has what device has a Wi-Fi connection that's like incompatible with
Yeah.
most
I didn't know there
Wi-Fis?
were other Wi-Fi versions.
Yeah.
No, so it
Haven't-
pissed
But I
me
know
off.
it says it has like the Whisper Quiet network or something.
Yeah.
There's
But-
some I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I prefer books anyway. Like I like to be able to flip back and forth real quick. I
You
like
can
to know
also do
where
Kindle
I am.
on your phone.
Fair.
Oh, can I?
She's right. And then
Or
you
your
guys
iPad.
are
You can't read it out if you're out in the sun.
This is true.
Your phone's no good.
true. You guys are good readers, so I'm dyslexic.
Nope.
And
I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, Kindle
Allison's
has
a
a
great
dyslexia font.
How does that work?
What?
I know.
Is it-
It's-
Oh, is that like capitalized every first letter or something? Or
yeah. It's,
Oh God, like how Trump texts
kind
or
of
used to tweet.
a little bit, but it also like I've never read before, and now I'm reading constantly.
That's amazing.
because of the font.
That's
I
so
know.
cool.
Isn't that weird?
Wait, so did you get an actual Kindle device?
Oh yeah, so I really did it up. Got it myself the newest Kindle, and all of this based off having never finished a book in my life ever. Reading, I've done audiobooks, but I've never finished. And then I took myself to Etsy to get the cutest cover. But it's working. I'm reading because I don't want to give up my little ritual of let me lay in bed and look at a screen.
Yeah.
So I just switched out what screen.
you know, it's another thing to do is a little hack for people who want to breeze through books quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe like their attention waivers is get the audiobook and the
Ooh,
book
yeah.
and do them simultaneously.
read to you.
So read while listening. You can get through stuff fast.
The best.
That way.
I would think you. Well, I guess if an audiobook
It
is
helps
like
you
8
focus.
hours, that is kind of fast.
It also has sweet nostalgia of like the read-alongs that I
Yes.
had. It's the best.
it would say like touch to turn page.
Yeah.
What did it say? Like
I don't even think because mine was like a Fisher Price record player. Record player, and it was just a book that
Yeah.
you would turn along, but it was like a
Did you guys ever have that
Yeah.
thing? It was a book where each page would have like a little circle disc on it.
I
And
know what
had
you
a-
mean.
You had a handheld device, and you would put it, and it was
I always
basically
wanted
like
it. I wanted
it was
it.
like the record player, like a mini
Yes.
record player, and you'd put it on the disc, and it would play that page.
Did you have it?
No, it was one of those things I coveted. Like a friend had
Get
it,
it
and
for
it was just
ourselves
like
now.
Yes, you should.
I don't know that we could. That's probably is hard to find. something like
Probably,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they're those toys where it's like
Yeah. What I would have given.
You know what
you
I
son of a
wanted
bitch.
that I never had was the Lego hair salon
Ooh,
thing
yeah.
where you like push something and the hair comes out of the head and then you can cut it. That was cool. I never had that.
Yeah.
Wait, what book are you reading, Renee?
Right now, it is called Clover's Collection of Regrets, I think. But she's a debut writer and she's a death doula. And so it's her exploration. Right now, it's like, if you're the type of writer that can do a sentence that you're just like, God, I can't believe you. I honestly, don't plug your ears. I don't want you to hear this. I think Allison's that kind of writer. The way you put sentences together, I'm like, oh my God,
Thank
that's
you.
so good. That's so good.
I didn't plug my ears. I was
Again.
Sorry.
But now
Thank
ChatGPT
you.
will do it. so
But,
maybe-
but yeah, I would say she's got a
She's a
few
good writer.
Pages, but it's not, you can tell she's a new writer. There are ones where she's just in the flow and hits it, and there are others who are like, all right, you're learning. Said the girl who can't write at all. But I'm loving it. It's great. And then you still get the social media aspect on Goodreads of all your friends, but you can't really do anything other than just, well, what book did you read?
I just use Goodreads to keep a list of things I want to read. I forget there's a social aspect to it.
Yeah.
What is the social aspect? You can like
People will recommend, you see what other friend write. Like
Yeah.
I don't do it, but it's like you can see what your friends
Yeah.
like.
You're like, oh my God, what's the word that starts with a V that means I do it a lot? Voracious.
Very frequent.
vociferously?
Sure.
Voracious reader.
Voracious,
Frequently.
yes. So you're voracious reading friends.
Frequently.
Frequently. You're frequently reading friends.
Voracious.
If it's a popular book, you can scroll down and be like, how many stars they give it, and then you've got like an actual person who's like, this one's good or this one's not.
That is something I like on TikTok is book talk. I like people recommending books, even if it's like a genre I don't like.
Yeah.
I like for some reason I like people recommending
And those
books
people
to
are
me.
always cool. Never once has there been a book talk person who I'm like, I don't think I'd be friends with them.
I end up on spicy book talk.
Ooh. What's
there's-
a spicy book talk?
or like romance book. There's all these letters. It's like or there's these terms for these different kinds of romances or relationships within the genre. There's like second chance, which I think that's two people who used to be in love and now they get another chance. But then there's like, it's like, why make a choice or something? And it's like a polycule.
Yeah.
It's for a you don't have to choose. I forget all the names.
But that's fun. And,
But I mean,
and they just do, and they only review spicy romance.
Pretty much. You know what?
Fun.
I don't spend a lot of time. I go past it because I'm like, I don't know this book.
Right.
I just
How do
know the
they
term spicy.
Review, or they're
talk.
just like, I was so horny. Like, how do they review them though?
That is a great question. I don't know because I never spend long enough
Oh, I see.
watching it.
Just enough to, they show you the books and you're like, I get the gist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just the hashtag is like spicy.
Ah.
If you like spicy, I give this 4 chili peppers.
Yes.
10.
Speaking of spicy, are Meryl Streep and
Oh
Martin
yeah,
Short
yeah.
dating?
Thank you.
It says that Martin Short has said that they're only friends, but
Ooh, but.
here's the quote. He says, "We're not a couple. We are just very close friends. However," this is not a quote anymore. However, speculation started up again when Martin and Meryl attended the season 4 premiere of the show in August 2024, and they held hands as they walked the red carpet.
That seems.
I
mean, that's just one step shy of canoodling.
thank you. And
I
does
think
that-
I think the quote happened far before.
Right.
Martin Short have kind of a sad, like he was really in love with his wife and she died
yeah.
tragically
I
or something
believe-
like
I
that.
believe
Yeah.
so. And apparently she and her husband separated in 2023. I think it
Okay.
said. Yeah.
Well, I give them my blessing.
Yes, God,
They've
what
been
I would give.
wondering. Yes, I feel good about that.
Yeah.
What'd everyone do for New Year's Eve?
Well, that's okay. So Christmas was in a manic. I'm going to get my chores done. The day after Christmas, I went to Descanso. Started again a little bit. The 27th was manically on TikTok, just like someone pay attention to me. That was 27, 28, 29, 30. Deleted TikTok because I yelled at Tugboat. And then 31 was just like, Renee, you got to get your shit together. So it was I'll be doing some resolutions. And then ever since then, I've been telling myself that today doesn't count.
It doesn't have to.
It doesn't count.
Didn't,
So, yeah.
And what are your resolutions? Tell the truth.
Yeah. What are they really? It is to stay off social media. But just like it never truly works for you when you're on social media because you're there for validation and attention. So see if you can get that in the real world.
True.
There's a new promotion that I want. I've had this hip thing forever and I miss running so much. So I'd like to actually get my hip fixed. And then there's what if I found somebody that I didn't have to spend Christmas alone with next year?
Oh, those are all great resolutions.
What do you guys have?
There are these prompts that you can put into ChatGPT
Yes. You know I love ChatGPT.
that will apparently give you back a plan. So you'll prompt it and it'll just to ask you questions and then take the answers to your questions and create a.
I think Jackie Johnson did this, and then
Apparently, it really is amazing.
yeah,
wow.
and
she was
you
like
have
in
to
tears.
and like it will give you a whole plan. It'll give you
wow.
goals. It'll give you encouragement and how to get through the tough times. It will do all this stuff, but it's like really dialed in.
Oh my God.
To what it is you want to accomplish, and yeah,
Holy cow. Is
I
this
would like to know the
specifically for
prompt.
fitness or for
I can get you the prompts.
Okay.
I think
No,
All
and I
right.
don't think it's for fitness.
Okay, it's for like
it can be
Life
for
goals.
fitness.
Yeah.
No, it could be for
Get
anything.
us the prompt.
yeah.
It'll give you like it's crazy. It'll give you fitness too. The problem is just like sometimes you just got to cross check it right
Yeah.
when it's stuff like that when it's
Right.
like fitness because you want to make sure that it's not just hallucinating
Right.
bullshit.
I need to. I don't use it for anything. I need to
Start using it
change-
for everything. It'll change your life. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, in a year, the way that it's grown in a year is mind-boggling. A year ago, there was like a ceiling that they thought, well, we're not sure we can quite solve this problem.
Yeah.
And not only did they solve that problem about halfway through the year, but they've like advanced it like many, many times that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's just your friend with all the good advices in there in a way that is helpful.
Wow. Wow.
What'd you guys do for New Year's?
Yeah. What'd you do, Tony?
Nothing. We were supposed to go out with friends to a bar, and Flo got really sick that day,
Oh,
and
no.
so we just ended up staying home because we didn't want to get anybody sick. Yeah, but then it would have been very low key, anyways. We're all older and just go to the bar, get some food, have some drinks, and go home. And it turns out apparently the group we were hanging out with, I think they all said they were home by 11 or something. Anyway, so
Nice.
Yeah.
They did it right. Give me the timeline of Mom again. That happened.
She died on the 30th.
God, guys.
Yeah. So
sorry.
on the 31st, right? So came home on the 30th, took a shower.
Yeah.
Something about grief.
Yeah.
I have never taken so many showers.
Yeah.
Because I had gotten to the point, it started in the pandemic, to be honest, where I'm like, a daily shower is not
So much
really
work.
necessary.
It's so much
unless
work.
you're exercising
Yeah.
or sweating or something. But like, if you're a lazy sack of shit like me, then you can really, let it roll.
Yeah.
I have never taken so many showers. It's like it's the time I feel the best.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I can't
Yeah.
wait to get in the shower. I'm Tony.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, the first thing I did after breaking the news to the kids and all of that, of course, which was, I don't recommend it. It was not fun.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I took a shower and then went to bed. But anyway, yeah, on Tuesday we went to the fish store. That was, invited burp and fart into our lives, brought them
Perfect.
home.
Yeah.
And I had therapy,
Good.
which was very,
Smart.
very lucky. I'm thankful that
Oh, it was
she
already
able to-
scheduled.
It was actually
Oh,
already
wow.
scheduled. Yeah.
What a good therapist to be working on.
I know.
That's great.
I know. Yeah. So that was good and then the plan would have been to just stay home and do nothing
Yeah.
and maybe get some hors d'oeuvres from a grocery store and
Right.
do the East Coast ball drop with the kids and all that. But I just felt like we're deep in mourning, or we're deep in the just went through this incredibly awful experience, but I don't think we should refuse celebrating just because of that. I don't want to make
Yeah.
it just another day.
Yeah.
So we went out to dinner, just a place near us, and we sat outside and,
Good.
or maybe I just wanted to be distracted
Yeah.
and came up with this, heady reason for why we should do it. But that's what we did. And then we came home and then we were asleep before midnight.
Good job. Grief at home is hard.
I think so.
It's really hard.
I think I needed the distraction.
Yeah. You just got to get out of your house and have.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you guys handled it great.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. I think it is time to do Just Me or Everyone.
Sometimes I ponder on something I have thought or done. Is it just me or everyone?
All right. Renee, did you say you have one?
Yes, and I accidentally shoehorned because one was just like just me or everyone getting a car is terrifying by yourself.
Yeah.
Just me or everyone. I'm reading more, but there's also I'm in a real fun sock phase.
Ooh, I love a fun sock phase.
Love it. I used to only be athletic socks, and now I'm in a. You put as many animals on that as possible. You get. I want some breakfast food. I want it right now. I got chickadees on my
cute.
socks. Obsessed. I love them. I love it. Just me or everyone. Fun socks are always fun.
I have kind of gone the other way.
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah.
it. Let's hear it.
I used to be up for a fun sock.
yeah.
And now I just find I just want all my socks to be the same,
Yeah.
just boring, like white or gray, so that then I don't have to try to find the pairs. 'cause it's just
Fair.
a
Yeah.
disaster.
That's a good reason.
My number one piece of advice to young parents, if you're just or not
Parents of young
new-
kids.
new parents, is do not make the mistake of getting socks for your kids where each pair is different.
Yeah. Because they have like 18 packs and they're all,
they're
different
little,
dinosaurs.
and you will lose one of each, and you will sit there with a drawer that is stuffed with just the one, and you will not be able to match any of them. And it's the stupidest fucking thing. Just get one color.
That's it. One brand.
That's it. Stick with it. Ride it the whole fucking way, because then you can lose one here and there. It doesn't
Yeah, it
fucking
doesn't
matter. We are now at the point where it's just like, I'll just grab. I don't even look. I'll just grab two socks. They're random. They look crazy. They look like their parents don't take care of them. I don't give a fuck, because I'm not going to sit there and waste my life trying to find the match. You know what I mean?
That's great. Yeah.
So that's for kids.
Okay.
For myself, I used to really have a lot of whimsical socks.
Yeah.
The problem with whimsical socks,
I'm listening.
in addition to telegraphing crazy,
Yeah.
no offense.
No, but this is what, because I've got like an office job now, and
Yes.
I kind of want to telegraph. I'm the creative.
Yes,
That's don't.
I
make
get
me
that
come at a
100%. That's
spreadsheet.
when I got into it.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
like, I would
Yeah.
peek
Look
out
at
of
my
the
socks,
pant
won't you?
leg a little bit. Like, I'm not like you.
Yeah.
I don't belong here.
That's
I don't belong
exactly
here.
it. I should have done that. Just hear everyone in the office place. Do you signal? I'm not like you.
Right.
Don't make me think like that.
Often those socks though fall apart easier. They get holes because there's so much like stitching and
Yeah.
things, and so yeah.
But Renee is enjoying this. You're
But I'm new to
tarnishing
it,
her
so I
socks,
think
harshing her.
you're not. I'm gonna lose them pretty quick. So the phase.
You just
will-
got to churn them. You got to get the churn. You
Okay.
got to get more.
Get 'em.
You just, yeah. But I respect it. I'm at a different stage in life. You know what I mean?
That's so fair.
I'm at
So fair.
what I do think though, with regards to socks, is I need to buy socks more frequently. I let myself wear those socks
Yeah.
way after I should be
Yes.
wearing
I do
those
too,
socks.
but then there is some when I always forget how nice that first time you wear some new socks.
Yes.
and that's
It's like-
Pretty great.
And it's kind of a life
I got
hack
a
that a friend of mine,
secret.
a friend of mine is like, every year he just buys all new. He just throws all his socks away and gets new socks. And you're like, you know what?
Didn't Matt Belknap
I
tell
think
us about this?
Todd Cooper, I think
Oh,
that's
maybe,
his
yeah,
move.
yeah.
Oh, it's a good move.
It's
Yeah.
a smart move. Probably should do that with underpants
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Wait, Tony Baloney, do you wear funny socks?
No, I'm simple. Also, I just because like one, I feel like nobody's seeing them,
Fair.
and two, the other thing is I feel like usually those kind of socks just get way stinkier.
Oh,
Well, if
I
they're
feel like-
they're so often they're not made out of cotton.
Yeah.
okay.
So
They're
like
a
that's the
polyester
other
blend.
thing I don't like about them.
Okay.
is- so like dress socks and like anytime I like wear a suit or something, and
Yeah.
I'm always just like I kind of don't want to wear. I want to just
Yeah.
wear my normal socks because they get so just
Yeah.
gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Wow. Well,
But
I
not
still
yours.
support. Not
Thank
you.
you.
Not
Thank
you.
you. Well, I just gave her a
Yeah.
sniff, and we're okay right now. But it's also the first wearing, so we'll see.
Enjoy your socks.
Thanks, guys.
Don't let anyone take
Thank
that away
you.
from
You do you.
Thank you. And then it is your experience that the office really picks up on it, and it's just like, oh, yeah, keep her away from the spreadsheets. Let's only keep her with the creative stuff.
They'll look at your socks to decide whether to talk to you today.
Yeah.
How's she doing
Yeah,
today?
okay.
Oh,
All right. Oop.
so- yeah, it's taco socks today.
Yeah. Run.
Tony, did you have one?
Yeah. Does anybody else have the problem of like having things you're really into and then feeling like other people that also really like that thing are
Yes.
just the worst?
Yes.
Because I feel like everything I am very into has like the most annoying fans. And and it was like, what does that say about me?
Right.
Yeah.
And I always wonder, is that just? Did you guys see Parent Trap?
Oh, yeah.
I never actually have. No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, the original? Did you see it?
Yeah.
These two girls, do you know the plot, Tony?
Yeah.
These two, they're at summer camp and they look just like each other
Mhm.
and they hate each other because of that. And then lo and behold, they're actually twins. But as a kid, I would watch that and wonder, like, well, why do they hate each other? Because they look alike.
Mm.
So is it just that? Is it like, you hate the person that is similar to you?
I don't think so because I feel like
What are we talking about?
I mean, like the big, like I feel like, and obviously not everybody, but
None of
A
your
lot of-
listeners. Yeah, anyone listening to this, we're not talking about you.
but like there's really awful Star Wars fans.
Oh, okay.
Wrestling fans are
Yeah.
The joke with Star Wars fans is nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars
Yeah.
fans.
Exactly.
I feel like any fan base, though, is gonna have people that drive you crazy or corners of it that are like don't understand it the way you understand. It's like hard to for me. It's hard to engage. Like I really like Twin Peaks, for example, but I don't really engage the fan community
Yeah.
because I don't give a shit what they think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
such a personal. I don't know. Like maybe it's a personality thing for me, but it's like I don't really. I have my own relationship with the work.
Yeah.
I don't need a community to give me their feedback on it.
Yeah.
They're often, in my opinion, wrong,
Yeah.
or they're just gonna like, I don't know. It just doesn't help the experience. Although Tony, you pointed me to some YouTubers when I was watching. Was it Ahsoka or Shoka? What was it?
Oh, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. That actually were good. So there are
Oh, the
good
Star Wars
corners.
explained.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
And so there's always going to be people that
Yeah,
are
first, yeah,
that
exactly.
are good.
There's always some,
But
yeah.
the communities, these communities can go awry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's you got to take the good with the bad, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is now time to say hello and welcome to new patrons. Thank you for those wonderful JMOs.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Hello and welcome to Sarah Ruiz. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to start that again. Hello and welcome to Sarah Ruiz, to Patricia, to A. Allen, to Beth Crowley, Brenda Forst. I hope I got that right. I cannot read my own writing. Big J, Elizabeth Casey, Jen Elsner, Ruby and River Dodge. And are Ruby and River Dodge, are they a couple?
No, that's where
Or are they
we got our Dodge Charger.
It could also be, yeah.
Stupid, I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I love these names, Ruby and River Dodge.
It's a good
River Dodge.
is it-
Ruby Dodge, River Dodge, great names.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't they also sound like they could be like golden, like
hope so.
Irish setters?
That's the dream. That's what you
I
hope.
suppose.
But also, I don't mean that as an insult at all to people. They're just great names, and people take great names and apply them to dogs. But it could also be people anyway.
It sounds like a good group. Good group.
It's a
Smart
great group.
It's a
Yeah.
solid.
I
this
cannot thank you guys enough for your support. Thank
Try.
you, thank you, thank you. I am trying. Thank you. Oh, also, if you like the show, something you could do. Let's say you're like, I can't do any of the other stuff. There's one thing you can do. Positively review the show on Spotify, please. I don't have a ton of ratings over there because I'm like so iTunes based. But so head to Spotify, rate the show. I think it's just a click.
There's
probably a place you can review, but I don't know where.
This is part of your campaign to become the Joe Rogan of the left.
That's right. Yes. I feel that just feels like the right move for me. So
Spotify
please.
also lets you leave comments on every individual episode. So
Where
if you
do I
want to
find those?
weigh in, I think you
Yeah.
just scroll down. Let me see. Listen,
yeah.
but do the review. Do the review thing, but also just get involved in general.
Guys, it's all about engagement for 2025. It's all because I used to say we're going to grow this motherfucker. That was but now I'm going to say 2025. It's all about engagement. Yeah. Engage, please. Also, while I'm just letting it all hang out, oftentimes I'll post an episode and then I'll get so many DMs from lovely people letting me know their thoughts on the episode. And I will say, that's wonderful. Can you leave it as a comment?
Smart.
Please leave any comment you make to me. Leave it as a comment on the episode on Instagram. Please, that helps. Thank you very much. I would like to thank everyone here for being here. I appreciate your support and your candor and your loveliness. Renee gave me a really soft emotional support cow that I have been petting the entire show.
Should clarify it's a stuffed animal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes,
Imagine if I actually had
Right?
Renee, why didn't you?
Well, because that's how it started. Is that in Arizona they have a micro mini cow
I think
that
I've
they
seen
bring
it.
around for grief.
Oh my God.
And so but it's tricky because when you have someone that you love so much, you're like, I don't think it's flowers. But what do you give?
This is great.
For me. I like a soft something to hold.
Very thoughtful.
But you've been taking such good care of it. It's been wonderful. I've been giving little because he's got little horns. He's got little
'cause I've been
ears,
petting his
and you're just making sure that he's having a good time. It's very sweet.
I'm giving him a little massage. Thank you very much. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Listeners, thank you for listening.
Wait, don't they need to know where they can find me?
Oh yeah.
Did I even do that on the last
No,
episode?
You did not.
Oops.
But it-
Where
it
can we
fit.
find you, Renee?
Oh no, nowhere.
Okay. Daniel,
Nowhere.
Tony.
I mean, I'll stick with it. Sure, nowhere.
All right. Well, you know where to find me. Please follow me in all the places. The Patreon and Substack, as previously mentioned. Thank you, everyone.
Substack.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Yeah, Allison Rosen is your new best friend.